Welcome, ladies. I don't know if you are as organised as I am, but I have champagne because today we are going to launch or reveal the 2021 edition of the BWA Buzz magazine. It's the second magazine of the Buzz that we had last year's inaugural one, and this year's one is a bigger, better, more bumper issue with the most amazing articles inside. So before I reveal it, I do want to actually share with you more about Businesswomen Australia, because we do have quite a few people who are new to Businesswomen Australia and who may not have heard much about what we're about. And so this is a great opportunity to engage with our new members, with our followers and our supporters, as well as to remind ourselves what we are all about. So I'm Lynn Hawkins. I am the National Director of Businesswomen Australia, and I'm a founder of Businesswomen Australia. So way back in the day, I had a great idea with my co-founder at the time, Jen Bryant, to create a national collective of leading women. And this is what BWA really is. Before we go on with our Buzz reveal and our chats around what's in the magazine, I would like to acknowledge the country on which we're all meeting today. We have women coming in from all around Australia, from Brisbane through to Hobart, right up to Darwin perhaps, and certainly loads around Sydney and Perth and Bunbury. I'm actually on the land of the Whadjuk people of the Noongar Nation, and I would like to celebrate the land in which these are Indigenous lands that have been lived, danced and celebrated on for 60 to 120,000 years. And we pay our respects to Indigenous elders, past, present and emerging. And we celebrate our Indigenous sisters in business from wherever they may be and whatever country and culture they are operating on. The BWA vision, what I love about this Buzz magazine is that it's a real reflection of our vision. It's a really great platform that is enabling us as leaders in the business communities to share our knowledge and contribute to the greater good. It's a great demonstration of us as a national collaborative community in Australia, and it's obviously a focus on females and female leaders in business. And when we talk about business, we're also talking about the business of health, the business of well-being, the business of commerce, the business of innovation, the business of technology. It can be any business. We achieve this vision by helping each other achieve our goals and dreams. And this is a network that we're building. It's a network of influence, and it's a network that creates opportunity to improve that visibility of women. If we can do it, anyone can do it. Inside our Buzz magazine, we have business owners, we've got entrepreneurs, we've got directors and executives, we've got women who are on boards, we've got we've got leaders, we've got emerging leaders, so many different women, and these women are representative of our collective. Any woman who wants to step up and be the best version of themselves is the type of woman that becomes a part of our community. And we focus on 5 areas of development. Leadership, first and foremost, always looking at how we can be better leaders in our own lives, better awareness of ourselves, and better leaders of others. Business improvement is an important one, whether you're owning a business or whether or not you're a career executive advancing and wanting to get into the C-suite roles or on the boards or as chairs. A great focus as leaders is, of course, on our personal growth, our own awareness of ourselves and how we can keep growing and improving, stretching, challenging. And influence and profile is an area of our development. How do we make impact? How do we expand our influence? How do we raise our profile and not let our own glass ceiling inside our mind stop us from stepping up and being seen and being heard so that other women can be inspired to do the same? And of course, connecting. Connecting is one of the great joys of Businesswomen Australia, and it's often about the fact that we connect based on our shared values. We're not necessarily like-minded. I can tell you now, we have our differences of opinions, We all come from a different area of expertise, a different profession, and we bring to that a cognitive difference in the way that we think, but we're very much connected on the shared values that we have. And we exhibit those in our behaviours the best we can. We're not perfect. We're perfectly imperfect, as Tracy Ward would say. But we are always trying to help each other. And we challenge each other when we're not being true to our values. So if you're interested in becoming a member of our community, we welcome new members. We love having new members join us. And anyone who is interested and who may be on the call or maybe watching the recording, feel free to reach out to me, but also to engage and follow, connect with us on our social media channels. We've got a lot of followers in our LinkedIn group. That's open to all women. It's a bit of a broadcast of what people have got on, a bit of a promo platform for women in executive, professional and business management, consulting and coaching roles on there. I'd like to see a little more engagement in that group, but perhaps that'll come. Our company page on LinkedIn is worth following because it's a great way to see what's coming up. We do little snapshots of some of our interviews, and it's great to follow and show others, because when they see you're following us, they might follow us too. On our website, of course, it's very active. It's chock-a-block full of course information, membership directory, where there's all our leading women across Australia in there. You can find each other and connect to each other on LinkedIn then and say, hey, we're both members of Businesswomen Australia. I'd love to connect. I'm on the East Coast, you're on the West Coast. This is our network. This is our influential network. So make sure you look out for each other. If you're a member and you haven't gone through that directory and connected to all those other members on LinkedIn, mate, put that on your to-do list next week. Facebook, we have a public page and we also have a private members group for all our members. We're on Twitter, we're on Instagram, we are active. We are always promoting, making visible our members and sharing their expertise. Our members know a lot of awesome things, and this is what the Buzz magazine really shows, is the incredible talent, the insights, the experiences, the knowledge of our female gurus. They are honestly, I was reading this magazine a couple of times in the lead up to our reveal, and I'm just gobsmacked by the expertise we have in this community. But we couldn't do any of these things. Obviously, we have this magazine's cost us a fortune in time and hours and contracted costs to produce, as you could well imagine. We could not do it without our partners. Solo Accounts, we have the wonderful Donna Vincent on the line today. Her team look after us in the background in terms of our finance and accounting and our bookkeeping, our invoicing, all the stuff that I'm not very good at. Catco Enterprise, our digital marketing partners led by Kathy Smith, her team work endlessly. I think Kathy said to me the other day, can you not have so many ideas? These ideas are being driven by a premium level community. So we might have to slow things down a bit, because I think Kathy and her team are starting to wonder why they're bothering with that partnership, but they are amazing. If you are looking for a digital marketing team, web developers right through to engagement strategies, talk to Kathy. Intact teams, my God, Jessica Schubert, she developed our Lead the Future program last year. We're running it again. We ran it this year earlier on, and it's great. So for executives or anyone that really is wanting to develop the skills as a leader to empower your teams to be able to compete and survive and thrive in the challenges post-COVID or in this whole new world, have a chat to Jessica, have a look online for our Lead the Future program. Some new dates will be going up. My team in Hawkins Marketing in the background, and particularly my Google Ads guru, Steele Walster from Yikes, is amazing. He's my nephew. He's awesome. If you need Google Ads, he's just spot on. Anne-Marie Cross, our podcast queen. Wow. Who have I hope all our premium level members on here have actually booked in for their podcast. We have a show where we highlight the expertise and knowledge of our leading women, and they are our premium level members. And Anne-Marie works with those to make sure that their messages are being heard and that their expertise is being shared across multiple platforms. It's quite phenomenal. And Anne-Marie is a pioneer in podcasting. We're very proud to have her as our director of podcasting and in message amplification. Torrens University have been amazing. I think we've got, we may even have on the line today a couple of our Torrens Uni scholarship recipients. We've given away 2 fully funded scholarships for MBAs in the last 18 months. We've given away multiple mini scholarships as well for degrees and diplomas at Australia's fastest growing and most entrepreneurial university. If you haven't heard about Torrens, check them out. Every student has got a coach, so a success coach that helps them achieve what they need to achieve. It's really phenomenal uni. 3 drops. I should have had a 3 drops dry sparkling instead of my champagne. 3 Drops is my wine of choice. They're a great southern producer, and Joe Bradbury curates all our most fantastic wine tasting events around the nation. Very sadly, we've had to postpone our Brisbane one. We're hoping that, it doesn't look good for our Melbourne wine tasting either. But anyway, this is life. We just have to keep pushing out our dates and hope that we can get these in-person events happening. Inspiration Source. Vita Carlino hosts a lot of our courageous conversations online and offline, and has now set up an inspiration space in WA, and she has her sights set on replicating that model and to go national with her beautiful inspiration space, holding space for women, having deep, courageous conversations, actually empowering women to take on radical listening, not fixing, but actually being there for each other. Check out Vita Carlino. Let's hope we can get maybe a national retreat, maybe for the end of 2022. Let's aim for that. And of course, LG Accounting Solutions that opened their boardrooms for us and helped us during a time when things were pretty tough, actually, and have been very nimble in supporting us with that. So we're always looking for more partners. For anyone who wants to come on as a sponsor or a partner, if you want to join as a member, our classic memberships are at $299. They give you access to all our online events for free, discounts to all our in-person events, access to all short courses from Torrens University, discounts for our accredited courses. It's a directory listing. So good to be a classic member, just to put your toe in the water and actually start thinking about, how and why and what you could be doing to really power up your own brand. And then when you're ready, join us as a premium. All new premiums join us at $2,200 a year, and inside that they get a lot of strategic support from me and from our strategy team. We will look at how to amplify their brand through a podcast, through events, through articles, through insights. So really we're a bit like a marketing or a media agency, I guess, in some regards for our premiums, but we really love working with leaders, and our premium level members are very invested in our community. So they're our biggest investors financially and with their time and with their belief in what we're about. So without them, we wouldn't be able to do what we do. So if you're interested in any of our events, go onto our website, have a look on our calendar of events. Every month there's loads. We did 80 events. Despite COVID, we did 80 events in the last 12 months. Many of them were online. We still managed to squeeze in a few in-person ones, even in Sydney. I'm so glad I squeezed that through. I can see Lucy Vingles there smile. Oh my God, wasn't that gorgeous that I got to see everyone in Sydney before we had this long lockdown. So jump on. If you've got ideas, I want to hear. I want to hear ideas. I want to hear what topics you want us to have. If we haven't got a leader or a specialist in an area you want to hear about, I'll go and find them and I'll make them pay. They'll never get away from us again. We love that. Special thanks for the Buzz magazine team. My God, this year was a bumper issue. And that means more words to proofread, more words to lay out, more pictures to curate, more to do. And obviously, without our amazing business leaders, our premium members who so generously contributed their knowledge and expertise to this magazine, we would not have it. So thank you to all the amazing contributors, our authors. Many of you are online, and I really, from the bottom of my heart, totally appreciate you. For Vicky Billings, who was going to be online today, who was our original chief editor, who did all the original coordination and fine-tuned submissions and proofread the early submissions. She hasn't been able to come today. She's got a personal issue at home, that a health issue that she's had to go and help with. But Vicky really has been amazing. She did the job that was done by 3 of us last year, actually, in terms of that original coordination work. And she freed me up from having to do that. Kathy Smith and her team, getting the articles in is one thing. Designing them, laying them out, editing them, and being involved in this whole marketing strategy around awareness of it, that's a massive job. And Kathy and the team at Catco Enterprises have been working hand in hand with me and Vicky and our team to make sure that this looks beautiful and reads well and is worthy of the amazing business leaders that are actually featured in the magazine. So Bridget Hawkins, thank you. Bridget did some very overview of it. And then Donna Dankett, who's online, Donna Vincent, Donna Dankett. We have a new name. So if you get confused why we call Donna Dankett, she's only just returned to her maiden name. So she is getting married, and it's all very exciting. But Donna did the editing and proofreading of the final version, 52 pages or 53 pages worth of, and Donna's eye for detail. She's a person that you want to do that dots the I's and crosses the T's, and she did the final proofreading. Our partners, our sponsors, again, thank you. And our community of members, our supporters, our followers, everyone that's involved in BWA in our community. And it's massive. I think we've got 9,500 supporters that are in our community that follow what we do, that jump on. They may not be financial members, but they are just as important because they join us when they can and they support and shout out everything that we do. We will have a door prize winner that will be announced after the reveal. Donna Dankett, if I can get you to put the names in a barrel or something, well, if you can, that would be great, because I was going to get Vicky to do that, but I will get you to do that after I have done our little reveal and our snapshots. So I am going to drum roll, pop the champagne. Actually, I'm quite thirsty. It is only water. Never mind. But I am going to click on and I'm going to reveal this amazing thing. And then as a part of my reveal, I'm actually going to pull on some of the, isn't that gorgeous magazine cover? I'm actually going to ask
some of you. We can't see it, Lynn. Lynn, we can't see it. We can only see the beautiful reveal.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Okay, let me. Okay, so what I'll do is I'm going to have a little chat about some of the things that are on while Kathy organises to, and I'll get Kathy to share hers from your screen, and Kathy can talk while I talk it through. How's that?
You have to enable me as a host.
Yeah, I know. I can just do multiple participants sharing. There we go. Oh, that works on my screen and not on yours. What a shame. It looks so great too. But while Kathy gets that organised and shares with us, I did do a little bit of a summation of what's in here. So we have articles from Shane Nealon. Shane is the principal of Peter Berry Consulting, and she's actually shared some research examining personality and performance of executives and managers in Australia that was recently done. I love this because the findings show some key strengths of female leaders that she's outlined in her article. So that's so worth reading. What I'm celebrating particularly is the fact that females were found to score significantly higher for performance across all the competencies measured. Isn't that amazing? No surprises there. So that's amazing. Now, Katrina, can I get you to unmute? Katrina, you highlighted why cybersecurity needs to be everyone's business. What are you seeing?
I see, I suppose in cybersecurity, I see a growing trend of online business owners and entrepreneurs ignoring their cybersecurity. And then they're being targeted and causing a lot of stress. And recently came across a small business in Perth who's actually gone out of business after a cyber incident, and it was to do with their website, and that's where they generated all their sales. And they didn't identify that that was a key component to their business. Yeah. So I'm changing my language. I believe everybody needs to have cyber skills. I believe it's a life skill now that we all must learn. And if you haven't learned it, you need to get up to speed.
Amazing. That is phenomenal. And Kathy, if you actually just scroll through some of those pages, that'd be great. Jessica Schubert, who couldn't be with us today, she did a beautiful article on leadership. Another one that's she shared the wheel of emotions and conquering fear. There's a great opportunity there. Stop for a tick on the 3 drops. There's a great 3 drops ad that has an offer there. So if you want to order any 3 drops wine, you will get your wine delivered at no cost as long as you're in Australia. I'm pretty sure that's right. Is that right, Kathy?
That's correct.
That's correct. Okay, keep going. We'll flick through past Shane Nealon's on there. Is Shane on the line? I don't think so. No, but keep going. Look at that. Doesn't that look gorgeous, Katrina? I love your branding photos. They're all beautiful. This is what I love partly about the Buzz magazine, is seeing how gorgeous everyone's brand photos are. Keep going. What have we got next? Okay, there's Jess's. Who's after Jess? Oh, Marion's on the line. Marion, we did a fantastic little thing. Unmute yourself, Marion.
Hey, Lynn. Hi, everyone.
Didn't we have fun this week where we multi-streamed a bit of a sneak peek into this and why you chose the Hamilton as a analogy for leadership and conquering fear? For those of you who haven't seen that little snippet of our chat, I love it because I just love any opportunity to talk to Marion. She's amazing. But it will also give you a bit of a background. If those of you who aren't aware of Hamilton, it's kind of like a bit of a deep article, but hearing Marion's explanation of Hamilton and why, it actually ties in beautifully. Okay, Kathy, what do we got next? Oh gosh, the gorgeous Catherine Porritt. Now, Catherine Porritt, she actually did a brilliant webinar with me a couple of weeks ago. Jump onto the Businesswomen Australia under the recorded webinars. You need to understand pricing strategies, and there is no one better to explain it than Catherine. So it's all about actually understanding your ability to be able to be in an ultra premium pricing strategy. So definitely one to watch and to go and watch that webinar. It's all our webinars are sitting under the resources tab and the Businesswomen Australia website, and then under recorded webinars. Next one, Kathy, what do we got? The social capital. So what, Kerry-Ann Turner? I don't know that Kerry-Ann's on either today. So Kerry-Ann Turner explored. She's the head of Telstra Enterprise marketing and markets. She's actually looks at how we need to be really thinking about social capital in our organisations, and really she's really pushing us to inspire and nurture in our teams originality and ingenuity. It's a really very deep article, but very, very true to Kerry-Ann. I had Kerry-Ann, Shane Nealon and the wonderful Danielle Dobson on a three-person panel where we really explored building organisational capability recently. Another one, if you've missed that webinar, you'll find it on our recordings. It's really worth listening to those 3 female business leaders. I mean, they're business leaders in their own right, they just happen to be female. But definitely worth thinking about, because there's a lot of insights and research shared, and that article really is really encouraging us to actually incorporate that and understand it more in terms of our organisations. Okay, what have we got next? Oh, Donna, jump on and unmute yourself and tell me a little bit about why you shared this story in terms of your pathway as an entrepreneur.
Oh, because you made me. I guess it shows that it doesn't matter how old you are, you can start again, and just do something that you're passionate about, because it can be really hard work, and you go through lots of ups and downs, but in the end, if you're really passionate and you really believe in what you're doing, that you get through it. You also need a few good mates around you, I must admit, because it is tough, but there's so much satisfaction out of doing something that you're passionate about.
Totally, I agree. And moving on, Tracy, have we got you online today? I know you were planning to come on. Oh, maybe couldn't make it. Tracy is she's actually added an amazing scorecard on here in terms of a link to actually testing what your financial confidence is. And Tracy is the founder of WOW Women. She's based in Victoria, and we'll be having hopefully our end of year event together with Tracy at her offices in Melbourne. So for those of you who are in Melbourne, make sure you reach out and get to know her. She's just gorgeous. And I think it's worth doing that financial scorecard and sort of connecting in with her and her group of WOW Women as well. Over to the next one. Oh, Natasha Lee. So Natasha's probably busy doing people's accounting at the moment, because that's what she does. She's runs an accounting firm in Western Australia. She is amazing, and she's actually, her little article asked us to imagine what our business could be if inspiration was our anchor. And that helps us transcend the ordinary and our own limitations by being fully inspired. And she's really drawn on her own personal experiences there. So that's quite a personal article too. Over to the next one. Okay, great ad there for our accredited coach. Thanks to the CatCo team. I love that advertising. It's beautiful. We are now offering with Fire Up accredited coaching. So it's a 6 to 8 month course. I've got a couple of people online at the moment that are doing that course. I think Kerry, if anyone wants to have a chat to Kerry Nobes or Kathy Smith, we're actually doing that course. It's amazing, and we're really enjoying it. There's going to be lots and lots of hours of practice that we have to do to get our accreditation, but it's a really evidence-based ICF pathway course. So it is actually a pathway to International Coach Federation accreditation courses as well. So Julia Spicer is our guru of the regions. She is totally inspired and wants to really help women in the regions to actually be able to step up and make a difference in terms of building the economic prosperity and success of regional businesses and regional development. So Julie was actually on one of our recent webinars as well with the wonderful Laurie Arnold, who's online today. I can see Laurie's there. And we also had the wonderful Anne-Marie Callahan, and we talked about agribusiness strategies for success. So if that's something that you're interested in, and there's always lessons we can learn about what the businesses are doing in the region. In fact, everything that we talked about is relevant for any business owner or any executive in business to actually listen to and be inspired by. So have a look at that too when you get a chance. Next one. What do we got? Oh, yes, Dr. Sasha Fulton, Resilience Insights. So Dr. Sasha Fulton is a sports scientist. She's worked with elite athletes and Olympians, Paralympic teams. She's worked with, and she's actually got some diary insights from her Camino experience, which are very inspiring too in terms of how to build resilience. Next one. Oh, yes. So DISC Flow certification. We have just launched DISC Flow certification. For those of you who are coaches or consultants, or you're in head of HR or leadership, learning and development roles, or if you're a business owner that's really interested in how to build greater understanding and team awareness and individual awareness within your organisation, then actually getting certified as a DISC trainer is a great idea. Remember DISC in the day? Well, this is DISC Flow. It actually incorporates a lot of emotional intelligence aspects to DISC. And Jessica Schubert and I just recently did a recording that you can actually have a listen to as well when we get the chance to put that up on the website. I think that might be a job, Kathy, for next week. And of course, Irene Stanley, this year's recipient of the MBA scholarship. Irene is a proud Indigenous woman who's actually going to be stepping up and learning and educating herself in order to really make great change in the world. She's an amazing, inspiring girl. She's a gorgeous person, and I'm so excited to have Irene coming into our collective as a premium level member and really stepping up and really taking the charge to look at how she can actually go about and bring about the changes in her world that she can impact on. Okay, Kathy, next one. Okay, Kathy's Small Business Talk podcast. I don't know if you realise, how many of these podcasts have you actually recorded, Kathy?
So we have 129 that have been published, and we have 136 that have been recorded.
Wow,
so
that's
2.5 years.
That's scary. I mean, when you actually said you were going to do that, I knew that was a big commitment. That's why I haven't done one. It's like phenomenal. When Kathy says she's going to do something, she does it. She totally does it. So when Kathy puts her mind to it, she does it, and it's great. And those small business talk podcasts are really valuable and useful. So the podcast for Businesswomen Australia that we do with Anne-Marie Cross is another amazing podcast platform that gets streamed out across multiple platforms. And we love having our premium level members featured on that. They are our leaders. They're totally our business leaders, our experts, our knowledge experts, our change champions, and we love featuring them. Lucy Binkle, jump on the line and tell me about your article. You've given us some great tips on being real.
Hi, Lynn. Lovely to see you and lovely to be on here. Yeah, look, mine's just a short article that's really just giving some tangible steps for everybody to get their own personal LinkedIn strategy happening and their business LinkedIn strategy happening. So, and being authentic in the doing, I think, is really important as well.
Yeah, I must admit, I tend to use LinkedIn to just push out stuff, and I need to do your idea of LinkedIn for breakfast. Do you want to tell everyone your little tip?
Yeah, sure. So I'm a big believer in not creating a new job for you all. So it's all about sort of being smart on LinkedIn. So LinkedIn for Breakfast is a little program I sort of developed for clients, and it's about 3 to 4 times a week doing 20 minutes of active LinkedIn engagement. And what that looks like is connecting out to relevant people and the right people. And then the second piece of the puzzle is making sure that you have a personalized connection request, that you're actually reaching out with authentic messaging and with real reason, and then getting active on the platform. So giving some love to get some love, but also really showcasing your own expertise and your own values and culture. So that's sort of what we're really passionate about, and making sure that everybody does 3 or 4 times a week.
Well, that doesn't sound like it's too hard. I should be doing that. And
yeah.
And I think I saw a little shout out there from Judy Tanner in the chat box. So I think you've definitely got a fan there, Judy.
Yeah.
You love Lucy Bingo. I think you guys met each other at a BWA breakfast, didn't you?
We did, actually. You're right, Lynn. Thank you.
Yeah, that's brilliant. I love it. I love it when the community is connecting to the best. You know, we try and find the best at whoever they are in their area of expertise and bring them into, you know, sometimes it takes me 3 years to get someone to join, but I don't give up on them when I know they're the best, and I know Lucy's the best when it comes to LinkedIn. Of course, here we have the wonderful Kathy Smith, marketing spend that works. Kathy, are people actually spending money on marketing that doesn't work?
Absolutely. They so much spend money on shiny objects. People say that they need this or that or everything else, and they spend a lot of money on courses that they don't implement. So there is a lot of business money being spent on marketing that doesn't work.
Yeah, okay. Well, I love those tips. So that's very helpful. Thanks, Kathy. And what have we got next? Oh, the beautiful Cindy Scott. Now, Cindy's online. Cindy, can you unmute yourself? I loved talking to you yesterday. It was amazing.
Great chatting with you as well.
So this was a pretty personal share for you.
Absolutely. It's been a big year and a half.
And what's happening? What's coming up in your world? What sort of things are you doing?
Oh gosh, I've got so much cooking. So it's like I went underground for a year and a half in treatment for breast cancer, and it was like my creative mind just went into overdrive. So the book has come out 2 months ago called The Healing Journal, which is to help any woman journeying with cancer. I've got some self-care products, some essential oils and some tea blends coming on, and an e-course for people navigating a cancer journey as well. So it's called the Cancer Companion Course, and that's coming online in October. So I've been super busy doing all this creative fun, and I'm just absolutely loving every minute of it.
Well, you know, we've been sort of sending you light and love and care from wherever we might be. For those of you who don't know, Cindy was our Sunshine Coast chapter leader. She got Businesswomen Australia established over there. If it wasn't for Cindy, I would never have met Kathy McKenzie. If we didn't meet Kathy McKenzie, we wouldn't be offering a coaching accreditation course. This is how Businesswomen Australia works. It's these amazing women that stay connected and connect and do things and collaborate and co-create. And as our pathways might change direction, now Cindy's whole business model is changed as a result of her personal experience. Cindy, if you want to chuck in the chat box there your link to your healing journal, if people know anyone who's going through cancer, one of the things that I found quite tough with having Cindy on the other side of this country and not being able to be there to support her during a time that was really, really tough, not knowing what to give her. I sent flowers, whatever, you know, like this is a great present to gift for someone that you know who may be going through a similar journey that Cindy's just coming through on the other side. So please support Cindy. Jump on and order a beautiful gift for someone you might know who's going through that struggle. So that's something in the immediate term we can certainly do to help those that we know that are going through a tough time. Thanks, Cindy.
Thank you so much, Lynn. I just want to say too that proceeds from the book actually go to cancer research. So it is supporting a great cause so we can nip cancer in the bud and hopefully reduce cases, full stop.
Yeah, brilliant. Okay, we have Muriel Steadman. She's a litigator, and I love the fact that, so she's a partner at Mills Oakley in WA, and she's a litigation lawyer, and she wrote her article on, are you a lover or a fighter? And I just loved it because at the bottom, I think she decided that she's actually a bit of both. So I'm glad to hear that. Who else have we got on there? What have we got next? Okay. We do have a little ad there for our Business Foundations course that was designed by Anne-Marie Cross. It's a really great course that's been well explained on our website. So go to our website. It's a really great one for anyone who's looking at how to amplify their brand and how to turn their messaging into something that's highly targeted. If you're speaking to everyone, then you're really speaking to no one. So this course is really useful, and it has a lot of group work and some support sessions through it as well. So if you're one of those ones that's been struggling to think about what you want to do on your podcast or what sort of strategic event you want to do with us, do this course. Go and do it. It's not very expensive, but it will help you then come out to know then what it is that you want to be known for. What is your messaging for the next 12 months? Fiona Yu, oh my God, she's gorgeous. And Fiona Yu has actually asked us to think about and be aware of our thoughts. So Fiona's actually she's a coach too with Proctor Gallagher, and she highlights how our thoughts create our reality and how we need to understand that link between our thoughts, our emotions, and our behaviour. What have we got next? Oh, yes. Okay, Georgia Bamba. How gorgeous is Georgia Bamba? So Georgia Bamba has actually got an amazing article in there with some really useful little tips it's interesting too, because very much a coaching background, so a psych qualification. And what Georgia's actually got in there is stop chasing success, get out there and catch it. But she's actually got a little thought download exercise that you can do, which is very useful. Over to the next one. I think we've got Laurie. Oh, Laurie. How amazing is your article? I loved it. Tell us, jump off and pop on and tell us a little bit about your article.
Oh goodness, I don't know. I think I wrote that for one of my first speaking events in Esperance, and it had been probably a year since I'd come back and almost shifted my complete identity. So I'd left as one person, literally 20 kilos heavier with black hair, working in a corporate environment, and then 12 months later I come back as a life coach with fully natural grey hair, having lost 20 kilos. And so I had this massive journey around my belief and my identity and all these childhood things that would come up for me. So that whole journey has been incredible. And I can't actually remember what I wrote, but
well, you actually had some great stuff in there. I love it's a bit of a thought-provoking personal story in there, but you really highlighted the power of creating new beliefs about yourself and sharing the motivation triad. And I think that tool is really useful for people.
Oh yes, we have something I like to call brain trickery. Your brain thinks everything is true, and it's like, just realize that your brain's setting you up for failure sometimes. It thinks it's trying to keep you safe, but it's literally creating those glass ceilings that we think someone else creates for us. But a lot of the time it's, our dear friend inner mean girl or Mrs. Imposter syndrome that generally comes to play. And it's just trying to keep us safe. So we need to push those ceilings and just know that we can create anything that we want to, and we're all perfect just the way we are.
I love that. I love it. Thank you so much. I can't wait. I can't wait to see you guys in Esperance at the end of September. Hopefully we'll have a BWA Businesswomen Australia event in Esperance. Okay, we have the beautiful Helen Nan. Helen, jump off mute and share with us your article. I love those photos of you, Helen, of when you were little. They're gorgeous.
In this article, I shared my journey becoming financial advisor and why I do what I do.
And you've written a book.
Yeah. I got into this industry after I read Robert Kiyosaki's book, Rich Dad and Poor Dad. And I set up my own business last year and also published the first book, Your Best Life. So in the last 60 months, it was not a perfect journey to become a self-employed financial advisor, but I experienced and learned lots of things I would never experience if I still work for the big corporates. So I just shared my story and my journey and why I do what I do.
That's beautiful. So, and we need to run another roundtable, I think, in Brisbane at some stage. I wonder when we'll be able to do that.
I'm still looking for a free venue. So maybe in the next 1 or 2 months,
Oh, look, it'll be great to do something in Brisbane. So what Helen's been doing is she's been hosting some roundtables, and they've been really lovely chance for women to share their opportunities and a bit of insight around their businesses so they get to know each other. So if you're interested and you're listening to this call and you're thinking it'd be good to have a little, like a few little businesswomen events that we could have, you don't have to have a fully blown chapter. You can just run some business roundtables like Helen's done. It's great. I think it's a really great way of connecting in with other women in your local area. Michelle Pascoe, can you unmute yourself? I love this because you've actually created a bit of a checklist for people who might be thinking of starting up their business, a whole new business.
Certainly have. Thank you. It's been wonderful looking at this magazine and seeing what everybody does. It's a great connection. And So with this checklist, what I found, and I'm hoping you can hear me because my screen's just gone off, so I'll keep going, is that when I see so many businesses and so many wonderful ideas of people, and particularly women in business, and then it doesn't succeed that they were hoping to do. So with this checklist, just gives you some little tips, little reminders in your mind of, yes, I've just got to check this off to make sure that, that your business is successful. Because, I've been in business for 27 years, still love what I'm doing, and I really want everybody to succeed.
Yeah, look, it's brilliant. I love that checklist. And anyone who's actually embarking on their new business venture, or if they want help with their sales strategy or their customer service strategies, Michelle Pascoe is the person to chat to. She's an absolute leader in that area. Okay, what have we got on the next page? Oh, Catherine Dixon. I saw Catherine Dixon come in. I think she was stuck in the waiting room for a little bit there. Sorry, Catherine. Can you unmute yourself? I'd love
I have unmuted myself, thank you.
Oh, you haven't already.
Apologies, I had a Wi-Fi problem, so that's why I ended up coming back into the meeting. So yeah, financial well-being's my thing, I guess. And I guess as I obviously work in a corporate environment, which is a little different to perhaps some of our members, financial well-being is really our reason for being. And so we've developed a program that's really designed to empower individuals to take ownership of their own financial well-being. There's Wi-Fi again, so I'll leave it to you.
Yeah, I can see that's your Wi-Fi. Maybe turn off your camera. But what I think, what I loved about this is that Catherine actually has really highlighted the importance of large corporates, large enterprises and businesses to actually think about embracing a corporate wellness program, financial wellbeing program inside their organisation. So that's really what Catherine's doing. She works for IOOF, and these are really important insights and research that she's sharing about the importance of actually embracing a financial wellness program or wellbeing program inside your organisation. So it's a really, really important aspect. So if you work for a large organisation, or if you're in a corporate role and head of people and culture, or head of learning and development, or you're a CEO, I actually recommend you reach out to Catherine, have a chat to her about what they're offering in terms of these programs for your organisation. Okay, Kathy. Oh, Sue Daley. Have we got Sue Daley online? I don't think we have today. I think she was with clients, but Sue Daley shared a beautiful story about her own journey and why she's actually inspired to empower others in terms of supporting them. Sue's actually taken on the role of being our Mandurah chapter leader. She's doing a wonderful job there, and she's a real dynamo. So enjoy that article. What have we got next? Oh, yes. Okay, Karina Hilton. So I met Karina when I was, I'm actually a mentor for university students, and last year I got given a master's student, which is the first time I've ever been given anyone at such a high level who had already had quite an esteemed career already. And Karina's doing her master's in marketing. She was really integral in last year's Buzz magazine in terms of helping us produce it and get it out there. And Karina's discussed the importance of marketing strategy. Do you want to unmute yourself, Karina, and just tell us a little bit about some of the tips you've put in there?
Yes, sure. So I basically wrote this article just to help businesses to grow, those successful businesses that are looking to grow and scale a little bit. And I explain what marketing strategy is, what they need to do to get there. Because you have so many businesses that they go straight and try to jump into tactics and invest on social media and paid ads, but they haven't really take the time to think of that strategy behind it, which is what at the end of the day is going to give you results. So I kind of shared a little bit, a few of those tips. Like, it's very important to set your vision and your goals, so you have a very clear path of where to go. I talk about finding your audience, knowing where they are, who they are, what are their needs and their wants, So you make sure that the business actually satisfies those needs and use the right language and communicate on the right places, because they are very clear who they are, their audience. I talk a little bit about finding your value, what is the value of the business, and communicate that in everything that they do, and that will help the business or the person just to position themselves as the place to go in the right places. So I'm talking a little bit about allocating resources and explaining really what is so important to have a strategy behind everything that you do, because it's just going to clarify who are you talking to, where they are, and have a real strategic way to jump and to get to where you want to be, before it just going straight and jumping into tactics. So yeah, that's basically a few tips that I give businesses if they want to grow, that they have to start first with a strategy and adopt that formal and strategic approach to marketing before they just jump in.
Yeah, I love that. You know, obviously that's very close to my heart, being a strategist myself. But Karina, how far are we? We're nearly done with the Masters. When are we going to finish?
Oh yeah, I still have another year to go. So yeah, but I'm getting there.
Amazing how you're juggling that with being a mum and everything. Oh my God. And you've launched a business. I saw your beautiful brand photos. They're gorgeous.
Oh, thanks.
A very photogenic girl. So what do we got next? Oh my God, Hayley Glasgow. So Hayley Glasgow's she's actually the APAC leader of Strategy and Consulting Alliances for Pros. They're the organisation, they're a global organisation. They're listed on the New York Stock Exchange, and she's originally from Oklahoma. Hayley did a great job last year of really using her article in the Buzz magazine to push out her role as a leader in Businesswomen Australia, and it went viral. She actually got invited as a result of pushing that out through her company LinkedIn page, or her marketing team in Houston probably did it, but they pushed it all out, and then they were all sharing, all pushing it. She ended up getting invited on panels overseas as well as a leader in STEM. So her article this year, she's actually done a bit of a Q&A. We've actually asked her some really interesting things about her role as a leader in STEM. And it's very, if you've got anyone in your team or in your life and family that's thinking about pursuing any of these big roles, this is a really great article to inspire them by. And to be, if you're a premium level member on here and you have an article in the Buzz, we'll talk a little bit about how you can actually take some of these ideas and amplify your messages, and how you can really spread the word. So that's our Buzz magazine reveal. That's amazing. Thank you, Kathy. That is brilliant. I'm going to now share my screen again, because what I want to do is I want to have the door prize announcement. Oh, sorry. It's been a while since I've used PowerPoint with jumping in and out. Okay, there we go. So our door prize announcement. I think I asked Donna Vincent, didn't I? Donna Vincent, have you been able to put the names into a barrel?
I have taken out all of my markers with my pretty markers container. So there's lots of names in here. It's not rigged. I asked that question yesterday and I was told I couldn't win it.
Is my name in there?
No. My name can't be in there. Your name can't be in there. And the winner is Karina Hilton.
Oh, that's beautiful. So Karina wins
thank you.
a Sweet Treats gourmet gift box from Margaret River to you. So our beautiful Jackie Wickham is a member, so we thought we would support a member. We're going to be buying a Sweet Treats gourmet gift box from her and having that delivered to you.
Oh, amazing. Thank you.
Yeah, delicious. Gorgeous. Oh, that's good news. Now, what I'd like to do is hand over to Kathy. So for those of you who who want any questions, if you've got any questions, pop them in the chat box to any of this particular members that we've featured today that are actually featured in the Buzz magazine. If you have got questions, pop them in the chat box. While Kathy will talk a little bit about what you can do if you are featured in the Buzz magazine. We've got a bit of an offer for you as well that might help you amplify your message. So Kathy, over to you.
So as Lynn said, one of the values that we have at Businesswomen Australia is to influence and profile. So now you've done all the hard work of getting your article and we've made it into such a beautiful showcase in the Buzz magazine. You need to be able to amplify that. And the best way to do that is to send it out through your socials, through LinkedIn, as Lucy said, and to put on your website. So what we're going to do is we're going to offer a tile like this for your socials. And once again, you can put it on your website as well. So it will put that it's featured in Businesswomen Australia. So that's another bit of credibility, because it's not just you saying you're fantastic, you're actually in a published magazine. So as Lynn said before, Hayley's actually went global last year by pushing it out. So if you would like to take up this offer, and as part of your membership, it's all included, you will get a beautiful tile like this one with a showcase of your article, and then you will also get your spread, your single page or double page, depending on how big your article is, that you can then use in LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, or any of the other socials. So it's a really great way to promote yourself, but it's also a third party promoting it, because we're looking at it coming as a feature from Businesswomen Australia. So with social proof, it's almost so much better if somebody else is tooting your horn. So you're actually tooting your own horn, but using the third party credibility. So just let us know if you would like to have that. And the best way to do it is to link it back to the Buzz magazine. So if you do take up this offer, we'll put all those links in for you, but it will be businesswomenaustralia.com.au/buzz-magazine.
So we will send out a follow-up email as well, but if you're keen on that, pop in the chat box, and that way Kathy and her team will know which ones to do first. We don't want to be making a whole lot of social media tiles if people aren't going to use them. So yes, we would love to have you guys. It helps spread the word. For any of you who are following, supporting what we're all about and helping raise the profile of these amazing women, please spread the word, connect with what we're doing. When I tag you and talk about what the Buzz magazine on social media, please engage. Don't just like, put on there, hey, this is amazing, whatever. Just comments really do help our algorithm spread the word. So thank you everyone for your time. Oh my God, I can see so many amazing comments coming into the chat box. That's great. You're amazing. Not quite the reveal that we would have hoped. You know, wouldn't it be nice if I could crack the champagne at this time of the day and have a beautiful launch with some beautiful food and all of us to be together? But hey, we're together anyway in spirit, and in some ways having it online means that so many more people can be here for the launch. So well done, everyone. Thank you for everything that you've done.